Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It is April 29th, 2019. Got lots of crazy comments from the weekend. Let's go ahead and get started, everybody. I don't want to take too much time up on this video. These people are really interesting. I went ahead and held out some comments that ordinarily I wouldn't respond to just simply because they're absolutely insane in my opinion, but I thought you guys might get a kick out of them, so here we go. Crazy comments from the weekend. James Anderson says, I know what you are. And no, these people aren't ignorant of the law. Many, not all, really understand what's going on, and apparently you don't. Actually, you do. And I see everything as a joke here. If you tell it, I wouldn't go about it Anthony's way, but amidst something is. Have a nice day. And I see the way you undermine the original definitions of every law dictionary known to man, but thanks for the info. It's been a while since I've seen a comment quite so schizophrenic. I'm not exactly sure how to even respond to it, so I'm just going to leave it at that, and we'll move on to the very next one. Daniel Rodriguez has a bit of advice for us in a few different areas, and a question. Daniel says, Section 16, note issues of the Board of Directors of the Federal Reserve System is something worth reading as it relates to the majority of Americans. He also states that he would like to know why we're still getting paid in paper. And he's got a bit of advice for all of us on the A4V process. He says, you're supposed to send A4V to the Attorney General or the Chief Financial Officers. They know what you're doing, and since HJR 192 is repealed, go redeem your FRNs for actual money or lawful money. Well, Daniel, I think you might be just a bit confused about what FRNs actually are, and probably very confused with regards to actual lawful money, as you put it. Sounds to me like you're one of those people that believes that gold and silver, because they're gold and silver, are the only real lawful money, when in reality, they just were considered some form of currency because everybody happened to agree that those were minerals that were going to be considered currency at one point. But since gold started running out and we didn't want to have an issue with people not being able to get paid, FRNs were put into place and everybody agreed to use those as a currency instead. And guess what? It's now the world currency. So in reality, it is lawful money. Also, as far as A4V is concerned, why would we send Bill Barr the A4V presentments? Chief financial officers of what exactly? Honestly, come on, guys. You can do better than this. Next, we have Unknown Da Rapper. Okay. Why don't you talk about the real videos on YouTube where people beat their cases? Why don't you talk about the endless free man victories in the courtroom? Even sound like a effing cop. Ask your friends about me. They probably tell you to stay away because I'll make you look stupid and expose you as the agent you are. Power to the people. The power is in the people. The governed are ruled by their consent, point blank. So it seems odd that someone that sounds, or should I say comes off, as educated is so misinformed. Many a president, politician, and Supreme Court case laws point to this fact. Well, Unknown Da Rapper, let's address each one of these topics here. Why don't I talk about the real videos on YouTube? Well, the real videos on YouTube are what I talk about. Matter of fact, I'm an admin to a secondary channel that puts up the real videos that are on YouTube all the time called Scam Stingers. See, the problem here is what you consider to be a case that is won versus what I consider to be a case that is won. See, I don't consider a case being won one where you get arrested and thrown in jail. Evidently, that's kind of the way that you guys view a victory. I have not been able to actually find these endless free man victories in the courtroom that you speak of. I would love for you to forward some of the links to me, should you have any, because I honestly would like to see one. The only two that I have seen for the last 3 years that I've been searching for them are ones that got dismissed by a judge, and it was mainly because it was wasting so much of the court's time that it wasn't worth him continuing on, and they were both simple traffic violations that would have ordinarily just warranted a ticket. One of them was a fix-it ticket. What I don't understand here about your comment, other than that, is that you are so arrogant in your choice of words with regards to supposedly making me look stupid and exposing me as the agent that I supposedly am. Believe me, unknown to rapper, there are 3 people I can name right off the top of my head that if I was honestly this agent that you claim would be in prison right freaking now, okay? Honestly, it's hilarious. But please keep going because everybody loves these crazy comments. So it seems odd that someone that sounds, or should I say comes off as educated, is so misinformed. Many a president, politician, and Supreme Court case laws point to this fact. Honestly, citation needed, okay, Chief? Because really, I haven't seen any case laws that suggest that presidents, politicians, and Supreme Court judges don't have any idea what they're talking about and that they're misinformed and uneducated. I think maybe you just like to hear yourself talk, or in this case, like to see yourself type. I'm not even sure why I threw this one in here, but I just found it to be funny. Eric from a blue state says, every country has a law library. It's free. That's where you go if you want the truth. And I agree with Eric. I think that's a really good way of actually looking at laws and determining what's accurate and what's not. Unlike reading a law dictionary. Now, that's not to say that a law dictionary doesn't have its place, but honestly, you don't need to read it front to back like a law book. It's just a dictionary. But then we have Frankfurter here, and Frankfurter is the perfect name. Frankfurter says, not necessarily. The fake judges and the liars tell lies all the time. The law libraries are full of their lies, frauds, and deceptions. About the only truth that you will find in a law library is that by studying it, you will see that the legal system / matrix is a huge con game and a scam. But only if you are very smart will you be able to see that. Because the rest of us idiots are so dumbed down that it hypnotizes us. And it'll just look like normal freaking law to us. Frankfurter is somebody special, maybe from another galaxy. I haven't decided yet. Well, that's going to do it for today's crazy comments. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.